Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Imagination Megapark. Now, we've completed another complete lap around the park, so today, once again, I'm going to work on this area, the Desert of Doom, one of my favorite areas to work on. But before I do that, I asked you all in the previous episode for names for this roller coaster. Now, there were actually many pretty good suggestions, but in the end I decided to go with the suggestion from Isaac, who he suggested the name Gear Revolver or something like Gearwork or Clockwork Revolver, but instead I just went with the name Revolver because I think it's a pretty nice name for this coaster. So yeah, thanks everybody for all the suggestions for this coaster name. And I've decided to also name several of the people who left a suggestion as handymen in the park. So that's what I'm going to do next. Name some more handymen after commenters. Alright, here you can see the names of the commenters who are now a handyman in the park, and who will now forever sweep Hobbit. Now, if you also want to become a handyman in the park, just leave a fun or interesting comment. And many people have tried just typing fun or interesting comment, but that doesn't work. Alright, we're back here in the Desert of Doom. And I actually want to add 2 rides today. So the first ride will be a steeplechase style ride, but it uses the hoverbike vehicles, and they kind of look like if you ever seen the Star Wars, the speeders that the Empire uses, sort of vehicle like that. And I think it will work great in a landscape like this. So what I'm planning to do is dig a trench over here for some of these speeders to pass through, and over here they will turn around another ride that I've actually made in quite a few parks already, but you will see what it is later. But the first thing I'm going to do is move some of these paths to the side, so then I can make a trench right next to this already existing part of rock. Alright, I think it's time to begin with some landscaping. Okay, I've now dug a large trench through the landscape. Station of the ride will be somewhere over here, and then the vehicles will pass through this canyon all throughout the end to the end here, where there'll be a turnaround around the new ride, and then finally the vehicles will make their way through the canyon again, and then here they will climb back up to the station again. Now, I already wanted to start decorating here, but I decided to hold off on doing the entire thing until I've done the layout, because it will probably require some landscape changes here and there. Now, over here I will make a diagonal bridge, just like the one that I built over here. I think these diagonal bridges always look pretty nice. I think it will be great to have one here as well. And the rest of this canyon, the walls at least, will probably look pretty much like this one. Yeah, I think that's enough talking. Let's go make the layout for this ride. Alright, the ride is now functional. As you can see here, these vehicles now move on their own. I put an invisible powered vehicle in front and made it a little bit faster, and that allows these trains to speed over the track like this. Now it also gets pretty decent stats because it's a steeplechase ride. So this is actually also probably what a typical steeplechase track would look like. So yeah, I think we can just open it and we don't actually have to edit the stats or anything. Alright, we should now probably see some guests heading for this ride. And now I can start decorating it. So first off, we'll need a nice station for this ride. And then of course I still need to add this bridge over here. And also do all the canyon pieces here. Alright, that was a marathon. But yeah, I created a nice looking station for the ride. Pretty simple building. Tried to make it look like it's just cobbled together, like most buildings in this area. And I think I succeeded here. I called the ride Canyon Trencher, and yeah, you can see the vehicles leave the station here and move through this canyon. Now I added all these canyon rocks, of course. At some point I realized I actually should use the darker color for the bottom section. I accidentally already started with these canyon pieces, but I fixed that at some point. Also, of course, added this diagonal bridge here. I think it looks really cool here. I'm super happy with how this diagonal bridge turned out. And these canyon rocks, they just continue throughout this area here. Now over here you can see I left a little open area. And that's where I want to add the second ride. Now a ride which I often make in. I also did so in what was it called? Class Action Megapark. I had a ride called King of the Hill Dodgems. Basically it was a big canyon rock sticking out with these Dodgems on top. And yeah, right next to the rock you could find some Dodgems which had fallen down. So yeah, over here I want to make a sort of a similar ride. So yeah, that's what I will start on next. Alright, the King of the Hill Dodgems are now completed. Yeah, I always just really enjoy building a ride like this. I like how it sits on this elevated rock over here. And you can also see some burning and smoking Dodgems below here that have fallen off. I actually also replaced two of the Dodgems with go-karts and one with a flying saucer, just to make it look a little bit more cobbled together. Also put a few rocks, just some fence poles around as our last means of protection, I guess. Also couldn't resist building another diagonal bridge, so that's what I did here. So this yeah, helps the guests who enter the queue actually reach the Dodgems ride. I think it provides some more nice interaction for this hoverbike ride over here. Yeah, with this done, there's just one more thing that I really need to do here, and that's adding some foliage and a little bit more decoration here and there. So yeah, that will really finish off this area. So that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, with that, I think this area is now fully decorated. Yeah, I really like how this area turned out, and this extra foliage definitely also helps. Also put some rocks here and there, some of these bones, and yeah, also just decorated this area a little bit more heavily. And yeah, I'm just super happy with the result. So yeah, I think these two rides are a really nice addition to the Desert of Doom. And if we zoom out, we see that there's only a small area of the Desert of Doom remaining to put a ride in. So what I think I will do is do another lap through the park, and then finally we will yeah, finish up this area. And after that, probably just a little bit more touching up here and there. But it's nice to finally see one of these areas nearing completion. What I want to do next is add another Patron to the park. Now a nap night, upgraded from a handyman to a entertainer. So I will name this guy Handyman again. This could be you if you leave some fun and interesting comments on this video. And what I think will be fun over here is to have a bandit walking around here that yeah, looks like it's actually trying to throw rocks on the track. So I will quickly make a simple track here, which drops down junior coaster vehicles here. And I'll put a bandit here on top to make it look like he's the one doing it. Alright, I think this is a really fun addition. Yeah, it really looks like he's throwing these rocks onto the track here. It's actually fun, yeah, because he still walks back and forth. It actually makes it look a little bit more believable. Yeah, I think this is a really funny addition. Yeah, Nap Night 24, I hope you enjoy your spot in the park here as this mischievous bandit. And if you also want to become an entertainer in my park, you can find a link to my Patreon channel in the video description. And your support is really appreciated. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed watching me build, please consider giving this video a like. It would really help out my channel. And if you want to see more videos like these, you can always subscribe. Alright, I'm going to end this video with a ride on this new yeah, roller coaster. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.